Hey guys, it's Rod with POW Group. Today is Wednesday, October 21st. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for another lunchtime update, midday market update. In today's video, we're going to discuss Auxly. So I do want to do a quick update for you folks. I have a lot of people in the group in our community asking about it. A lot of people online on YouTube and emailing me, etc. So I thought I'd do a quick video for you folks. So we did see that we had over 4 million shares traded already today, which is we're still got most of the trading day, half the trading day left. The average is 3 million. So you can see we're down over 20%. And in my opinion, this shouldn't have come as a surprise. As we know, things that run 100, 130% tend to pull back 10, 20, 30% very easily. So we did pull back from the high of 36.5 cents, about 30%. So we hit a low of 25 cents today. So I did mention in my previous video, you can check out my previous Auxly video, that on this break of 14.5 cents here on this higher low of 12.5, once we broke 14.5 cents, that was the daily trend change. And if you would have entered on that signal, you would have made over 130%. So what I encouraged everybody in the group and online to do was to take profits, at least at the bare minimum, because we were approaching that 200-day moving average. And I'll just show a quick example. So for example, BAM, body and mind, the same thing happened back here. So once we shot up, we got to a point where there was no more sellers and shorts started to cover, and we got to the 200-day moving average. That's when I looked to take profit. So the similar thing happened here with Auxly. We saw a huge move from the low, over 130% gains, and we topped out at the 200-day moving average, and it just got to the point where everybody was on one side of the fence. And Auxly did come out with a report saying that they are not aware of any material change. So there isn't any news driving this. It just became a case where this drifted so low for so long that it ran out of sellers, and we had buyers come in. The marijuana sector as a whole was starting to gain some momentum. We saw double-digit gains in major names like Canopy and the tier 1 names and tier 2 names. So these tier 3 names obviously can run a lot harder, and more risk, more reward. And today you could have possibly entered, if you would have sold at 35 or 34 cents, you could have rebought if we closed above it. And we had a higher low every single candle for 9 candles. And once we broke the low of yesterday, that was the signal to bail. And that's when I would have bailed. And I actually trimmed once we hit the 200-day moving average. I was going to look and rebuy if we broke the high of that day. So if we got over 36, I was going to rebuy it. But as you can see today, we broke the low of yesterday. You could have entered off 25 cents with a stop below 24. We also had EMA 12 support at 23.5 cents. So if you wanted to allow a little bit more wiggle room, you could have entered off the 25-cent level with a stop under 23. So again, just know that you don't absolutely have to sell and remain on the sidelines. You can always sell and reload cheaper. And that would have been a perfect opportunity to do so. And you would have had a chance to reload 20, 30% cheaper than where you sold. So again, don't get too attached to these names, because, and maybe what you're doing is fine, right? Everybody has their own different strategy, but in my opinion, I don't get too attached to them, because there's always a chance to reload cheaper. And let's just take a look at the daily RSI. RSI was in the 86 range. So we're obviously getting extreme. We knew to be looking the other way. Weekly wasn't even close to oversold. We do have earnings coming up on November 20th as well, so expect some volatility into that event. But essentially just looking for a daily higher low. And in order to be confident that the daily higher low is set, we'll need an hourly trend change. And right now we're looking at an hourly bear flag. And if we were to draw that out and potentially look to where we can anticipate this move, it would be down here at the last hourly higher low support, which was down at 18.5 cents. So I would look to potentially enter off of, say, 20 cents if this hourly bear flag does confirm. We did see that Canadian MJ was up today, so very odd that Auxly consolidating. Could just be rotation into some other names as well. Taking a look quickly at the US names. So US is up quite a bit today as well, so fairly green across the board. Auxly, the selling likely intensified due to the SPY sell-off as well. We did have a sell-off in SPY and QQQ. So just to give a quick market update, we are seeing a huge spike back up. The dollar is weak, very, very weak, continues to trend to lower lows. lower highs and lower lows. And we'll look to this next support, which is down at 91.74. So that's a long ways away, but certainly looking bleak for the dollar bulls. Bitcoin with a huge day today, up to 12,900, broke the previous resistance fairly convincingly at 12,500. And that is based on the new PayPal news that they're going to be incorporating Bitcoin and crypto into their network starting in 2021. So you'll be able to purchase crypto and buy things online with that crypto. So if you have any questions or comments, if you need anything clarified, please leave it in the comments below. Again, it's Rod with Powell Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for another midday market update. Best of luck and talk to you on the next video.